Yeah, it still shows your mic is on mute. It's, it's still showing mute. Can you can you hear me? You can give me a thumbs up. I don't know if you all can hear me, but it says it's muted on your end. Just so you know, I still can't hear anything. It says your end is still on mute.
Can you hear us now?
Yes. All right, Charles, I'm going to cut off.
Okay.
Thanks, bye. All right.
Well, let's see if it'll work. Thanks.
Okay,
Everything all good now?
I think so.
You all can hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Mayor, I'd like to recommend motion to black.
All right. So I'll go ahead and get started. So my name is Josh Logan. I'm president of Logan Technology Group. I'm a technology consultant working with the city of Monroeville on the new public safety and security camera system. Just quickly, just running through this real quick, my resume includes over 20 years of experience in the design commissioning of all types of technology systems, be it IT, security, and AV. Can you all still hear me?
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. IT systems include unclassified through TS, SCI level networks for the federal government, designing implementation of cybersecurity standards, sound masking, computer room, data centers. Security systems include camera systems, of course, physical access control, intrusion detection, along with very high-end AV systems. In fact, two of my projects were provided technology-based awards from the federal government. So that's just getting that out of the way. But before I get started, are there any other questions? Are there any questions? I'm going to take that as a no. So just a quick, I guess, a brief synopsis regarding our role in this process. I know Mayor had mentioned about the bidding process. So that, of course, started with, prior to bidding, started with meeting with not only the mayor, but also the police department to get their feedback as far as what the concerns were. Of course, mayor let me know what the budget of the project was and what the city's needs, and we just kind of went from there. Um, Based on the information, we provided site surveys and as well as system costs. Now they were estimated based on the um, backlog of material at the time, which was pretty high. But from there, of course, we developed our uh, bid documents. We have gone through the permitting process, which we've submitted draft permitting and final permitting documentation, which began in January of this year and continued through March. And we reached out for an update this morning, and we were told that documentation was submitted to the state for review, but we would receive a response on that status shortly. We also followed up with an email. We have not heard anything back. Any questions thus far? Good.
If you would, I know you went down and you talked about the bidding process. And if you would, just go through and identify, what that was. I know you talked about that there were a number of companies that submitted bids and the response you got back and where we are now.
Yes. So the bidding process involves, of course, the development of documentation, the biddable documents. This was of course, a very thorough process, which included specifications, detailed drawings that required contractor qualifications, requirements, equipment, performance specifications, and of course, there was a criteria provided in the request for proposal cover letter that, number one, as far as ranking in order of importance, required experience and past performance in projects with similar complexity. Number two, the total cost for each site. And number three, their office, or at least their closest location to manage the system within proximity to each of the sites. The bidding, I'm sorry, was there a question?
No.
So the bidding timeline began March 25th and continued until the bids were due April 19th. We had seven companies who had responded with interest in bidding. First company was Driven Locks. Second company was Glaze Communications. Third was Guardian Integrators. The fourth was Monco Security. Fifth was RJ Young. The sixth was Security Engineering, and the seventh was Vision Southeast. Of those companies who responded later, be it within a day, be it several days, be it several weeks later, there were four companies who responded they would not be submitting a proposal for various reasons. In fact, one did not give a reason. That was RJ Young. Glaze Communications said that that was just out of their wheelhouse as far as the ALDOT requirements for concrete footings. Monco Security, I believe they responded that, I've got the email here somewhere, but it was Monco Security and Guardian Security also responded that. So of the 4 companies that said they would not be submitting a bid. The 2 companies we received bids from was Security Engineering and Vision Southeast. Now, throughout that process, this included not only the RFP proposal package, which was, apologize, give me 1 second here. The RFP package or the proposal, the bid package was 147 pages. From that package that was submitted, we gave a timeline for contractors to submit requests for information, which is also known as RFIs. We gave them a deadline for that. We provided responses. The package only received 3 requests for information, which in my experience is a low number, which typically means that the package was very clear to them. They knew exactly what they needed to bid on. Those responses were provided prior to the deadline. And from there, we had the bid date, and of course, we received the bid proposals. Again, when evaluating the proposals from each package, again, we incorporated the 3 factors that we included in the RFP package, which again was experience and past performance, along with the total cost, and then the proximity to each project sites. All these documents were made available via Dropbox link. Emails were sent with the Dropbox link that requested receipts, or at least read receipts, which we have from all of the contractors, and along with the RFI, the request for information responses. I guess that's about it as far as the bidding timeline. I'm not sure if I left anything else out. If there's any questions, please feel free to ask them.
Josh, what about the management costs going forward? I know this is, part of the grant deal and all that, but what about going forward?
I'm sorry, your question was a little scrambled here. What was the question again?
The management or maintenance part of the agreement is what.
Okay, so as far as, I apologize. So as far as the management and agreement of the camera systems, what was included in the bid was a 5-year agreement. And that actually comes from the manufacturer. So if we'll just say, just hypothetically, the contractor goes out of business, the manufacturer will hire somebody to ensure that the system is maintained per the agreement. And like I said, the agreement that was included is not only video storage, but basically maintenance and replacement of each of the cameras if any issues occur.
And what was the total cost of the bid?
So the original bid, and this was based on I apologize, I've got a number of documents brought up here.
That's why you're looking, I think what he is asking is what's the final cost on,
Yeah, total cost.
right? The total
Right.
final cost. Right, I think the total cost was like $116,000 for 6 cameras.
That sounds about right. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up that cost. So based on a per site cost, so we had a per site cost and then a total cost of $116,446.02.
How many sites was that?
I'm sorry,
6 sites, you said?
that's correct. Now that also includes revisions. The initial package, each location was designed to ensure that we met all of ALDOT's requirements, even on roads that were that are not for the state. So we went back and revised that, and that helped significantly help the cost.
Okay, I've got one thing here, we got started late. And so, we got several other items on here. Do we want to continue this discussion later or finish it or?
I'm available if you all want to come back to this at any time.
What status? Are we ready to go ahead and issue the order or?
As far as I could tell from Josh's recommendations and everything and talking with the police department, we're ready to proceed. Is that right, Chief?
Yeah, I've thoroughly reviewed the proposals, and I've, based on experience, based on the locale and the cost, I've submitted my recommendation. And it was based on that amount that we just discussed.
That recommendation was security engineer.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, any other questions? Anything?
Mayor,
Yes.
may I ask a question, just out of curiosity, because I know eventually it'll come back to us. How will these cameras be powered?
So,
Are they solar?
yes.
That's correct. They are solar.
Will they be-
Now, and just to quickly answer this, I know you all have other items. Don't look at it as just strictly solar. There's a battery pack in there that the solar will continuously recharge. And we've done calculations based on the potential of days that could be rainy, cloudy, versus how much the battery can hold versus how much the camera and the cellular router require. So we've taken into all of that. We've taken into account all that.
They be mounted on our poles? Will y'all look to us for a pole attachment agreement, or will they be mounted on individual poles?
No, we initially, asked Alabama Power about that, and they told us that we couldn't mount on their poles. So, we went to outdoor poles and poles that the city owns.
I still want that to be a problem down the road.
Do we have any more questions? If not, we thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
If it comes up, we'll call and let you know.
All right. Thank you all. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for your time.